Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Hawshai, Bahashim Kakodash, the honor to the elders and the apostles that read Muslim. Peace and salutations to all Akim, Atham, Four Corners, teaching the truth and sincerity. This is Dr. Our mouth, LG, Mr. Camp. I'm sitting here, pondering over some things, and like the spirit is flowing, so I'm just gonna jump into the spirit real quick, because this world is breeding these men, or we can't call them men because they're showing themselves to be less than. Yahweh Shemel Shai said that he would give them up unto their own lust, loosely paraphrasing, in that Romans chapter 1 verse 26. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into the scriptures. The Lord's will is edifying unto the hopeful elect. Okay. Alright, First Corinthians chapter 6 verse 9, it says, Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. So Yahweh Shema Shai is not going to let these individuals that have these traits into the kingdom, on the first go round, So we have to set apart ourselves from that. We have to be holy from that. And there's a lot of this going on. There's a lot of effeminate men teaching younger men to be effeminate. When you should really go through Scripture and realize how to raise up a young man, as it says in that Psalms. So yeah, I'll pull it. In that Psalms, chapter 119, verse 8, it says, so like in verse 9, it says, Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word. Alright, so according to the word of Yahweh Shema Shai is how a young man is going to cleanse his way. Not by being taught by a man that's an effeminate man, lesser than, a beta male. Alright, because we're not beta males. Yahweh Shema Shai set us up to be alpha males. We're supposed to want to take the kingdom, as it says in the Daniel. We're supposed to want to, abide according to his ways. Okay, but I'm going to continue on in this. It says, neither fornicators, for fornication is trying to give another man's woman. That's not our prerogative. That's not what we seek for. Nor idolater, worshiping other things, gold, cash, money, hell, yourself. Okay, because you are your main idol. Okay, nor adulterers, going after another man, woman, or vice versa, or you just being a whoremonger, but that trait doesn't shine upon a man unless he tries to take another man's wife, But continuing on, it says nor effeminate. I wanted to stress on that point right there. Effeminate, all right, a lesser man, in the Roman Empire, they would be known as boy lovers, and they were real. They existed, and they exist these times too. Men on man, type functions, and Yahweh Shema Shai isn't for that. Look at what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah, and look what he's going to do to Babylon the Great, which is America in the scriptures. Because Esau, a separate tongue white man, has set up, a mindset in these times to where that is okay. So, alright. I'm going to continue on. It says, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Okay? Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, because you can drink, you just can't drink in excess. Okay? And it says, nor rivalers, people that's always trying to fight, because that's going to lead to their own damnation. Because Yahweh Shem Shai doesn't want that in the man that he seeks to give the kingdom to. Yahweh Shem Shai is trying to give us a kingdom. Okay, continuing on, it says, nor extortioners, them trying to always, get something from you. Jake is like that in this society, because they choose to follow their own ways instead of seeking after Yahweh Shema Shai in all his ways. Okay, it says, shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is this wisdom. They're not going to inherit the wisdom because wisdom cannot enter into a malicious soul. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, 1 to 4. But, so back on the effeminate, Yahweh Shema Shai made us men, and only men can teach because they have testicles to bring forth the word, to plant the seed. But yet, this is Ezekiel chapter 34, I'll start verse 30. Come. It says, thus shall they know that I Yahweh Shema Shai, their power, am with them, and that they, even the house of Israel, are my people, saith the Yahweh Shema Shai power. It says, and ye, my flock, alright, because he's talking to a specific people, the elect of the elect. It says, and ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men. Okay, so we're not effeminate. Okay, we're men. We're supposed to conduct ourselves as such. Alright, it says, and I am your power, saith the Yahweh Shema Shai power. Okay, let's go deeper into that. Let's get First Kings 2 and 2. I'll start 1. It says, it says, now in the days of David, now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, which we know who Solomon is. Solomon is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, and if David, his father, told him this, Yahweh Shai is also putting us in the same stead, because we are men of his flock. Okay, so like it says, saying, I go the way of all the earth, and be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. So you have to show yourself as a man in this thing, not be effeminate, not be lackadaisical, try and be something that you're not, something that is adverse to what Yahweh Shema Shai put you here. Okay, you must conduct yourself in a proper way. Okay, and then since you are standing up as a man, then you can seek out thy own ways. I mean, it's like it seek out Yahweh Shema Shai with confidence. Okay, because that's what he wants. He doesn't want anybody that's lackadaisical or riding the fence. He wants, men that he is going to specifically set up to conduct themselves in a proper function. Okay, And the proper function is, I'm going to get it. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Because after you come into this truth, you come into this understanding, and you confess yourself as a man, then your work begins right there. All right. It says Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, in the house of Jacob their sins. Because at this time our people were going off. Like you can read it in Ezekiel chapter 23, how they were going to the other nations for help instead of calling upon their power. Alright? And we need to call upon our power even more in these times today, because we're in the midst of our captivity, as it says in that Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. But I'm going to get that second Esdras. Okay. This is second Esdras chapter 1, verse 5. It says, Go thy way and show my people their sins. Saki, go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds, and their children their wickedness, which they have gone, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children, because they transgressed, they went against the Yahweh Shemel Shai. They chose to follow the heathen, and they basically tried to denounce the power that set them up, as it says in that Ezekiel. Salaki. In that Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 17, it says, Yet the children of thy people say, the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai is not equal. But as for them, their ways is not equal, because they are following their own mind. It's essentially not to their own understanding of every word that comes out of the Most High's mouth. Okay? And that's the issue, that's the problem. Alright? And whenever you lean to your own understanding, it causes issues like effeminate men coming up, teaching the young men, that's a problem, especially in Israel. That shouldn't be going on. Alright, for one, if this was Yahweh Shemel Shai's kingdom, his servants will fight. But since it's not, we must wait until our deliverance comes. And it's only going to be through Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay? But yeah, one second. Well, but this is what people need to do. And this is Sirach chapter 17, verse 25. It says, Return unto Yahweh Shemel Shai, and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face, and offend less. Alright? Because since we have offended Yahweh Shemel Shai, he has turned his back on us. But the time is coming very soon whenever it's going to go full circle. He's going to turn back around. Continuing on, it says, Turn again to Yahweh Shemel Shai, and turn away from iniquity, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, and hate thou abominations vehemently. Alright, so he's going to bring us back into our proper form. Alright, it's going to be no more Jeremiah 17:4, where we have to discontinue from our inheritance. Okay, we're going to be put back on that pedestal. Alright, as it says in that Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, 1 on down. Better yet, I'll pull one real quick before I bow out. Alright, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. It says, "They that put their trust in Him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with Him. For grace and mercy is to His saints, and He hath care for His elect." So, if you come up and show yourself as a man, all right, grace and mercy is unto you. You know, and then when we come into this truth, you know, that forgiveness is unto you. That's basically you putting back on Yahweh Shai. You conducting yourself as a man in proper form. We have leaders and teachers to show us the proper way. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 goes into that beautifully. Wisdom, knowledge, and stability of that times, and strength of salvation. Right? Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. Right? And the Most High will guide you in the proper way. Alright, but with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Shemel Shai, double honor to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Please pay attention to the acumen of my full teaching truth sincerity. Shalom.